Whoa. Hello. Mm. Hello, welcome to stream 2 for chapter 5, 6. Oh my gosh, I'm not clicked onto the right screen. Chapter 5, episode 5, day 2 of Ace Attorney. Your favorite law game. There's only one that I know of. I really am curious if there are different kinds of law games besides this one. It's so specific. I forgot what was happening. Okay, recap. We just successfully prolonged the trial to day 2. The judge was like, yeah, go get more information since it's not so clear what was going on with the murder. Like, they still think that what's-her-face killed the guy, but like, what's going on with that car? They want all the evidence. And that's where we wiggle our way, show where all of the witnesses are lying, and if they aren't lying, where they mess up saying something slightly wrong. Like wrong as in not bulletproof. And we go from there. Mr. Wright. Oh, what? Are trials always like this with you? Like you're swimming up from the bottom of a lake about to reach the surface. No matter how hard you paddle, you never seem to get there. Pretty much. Except today we're swimming in quicksand. So what happened to your sister anyway? Apparently she got called off to the judge's chambers. Probably something to do with that piece of cloth. So this is where we turn this trial around, right? Our only weapon, a tiny insignificant piece of cloth. I'm the one who's starting to feel tiny and insignificant, to tell the truth. Hello Gyro. This is the cowboy. Hola, partner. Yeehaw. It's say you show a red cloth to a bull, it'll fire up his temper. That's what they told me when I was a youngin', at least. Officer Marshall! Thought I'd come take a look-see at how the trial's going. Looks like I'm late. We got the home ranch locked down tighter than a fort in enemy territory. That hard to slip out, huh? What is going on over there anyway? All the police I've seen these last 2 days have been really on edge. Don't you got enough on your plate without worrying about other people, compadre? You could be worrying about the chief prosecutor's taste in mufflers, for example. Officer Marshall. The whole muffler thing didn't have anything to do with scarves. You're gonna look because you're working? Okay, good luck working. I wonder what you're gonna work on. You have so many things to do. Hello, Spicy. Your cousin said he wished you narrated all his video games? Oh, that's nice. I can't do that. There's a lot of games that already have narration though, such as Hades 1, Hades 2, Hollow Knight with the voice acting mod on it, which is very in-depth. Every dialogue has a voice in that mod. It's like very impressive. We should play that. Guys, should we play Hollow Knight with the voice mod and go through the story? When am I releasing the Soupy voice narration mod? Mod for what? What is that mod for? That doesn't make sense. She wasn't even wearing your scarf. Oh my gosh, we already went over this. It's about a car. A car, please. Spicy, every game ever is not realistic. It's not realistic at all. Ah, you don't say. I don't that just Beetle. I've seen the red breeze blow at her slender neck many a time. I saw it that day too. She was wearing a red muffler. What? Award ceremony that afternoon. Edward's seen it too, I'd reckon. What does that mean? Spicy, be realistic! Be realistic, Spicy! In the photograph taken at the crime scene, she wasn't wearing a scarf. So Miss Starr wasn't mistaken. Well, it's about time. Remember, partner, sometimes you gotta grab the bull by the horns. And sometimes you just gotta let that bull go where it will, time will tell. Nah, I have a bad feeling about this. Well, what are we swimming in now, Mr. Wright? If it's steak sauce, I can hook you up with some fine webs. Ooh! A muffler. I wouldn't call that scarf she was wearing a muffler. Oh my gosh, day 2, we didn't get any more evidence. Oh my gosh, wait. Going day 2 without investigating? Interesting. My luck to resume? What's up? The judge keeps looking over the prosecution. Ah, look at him. There's something wrong, Mr. Edgeworth. Your face is blue, your lips are purple, you're sweating bullets. That furrowed brow, those grinding teeth, those watery eyes. What's more, your eyes are unfocused, you're doubled over, your back is bent. It can't be. This can't happen. I wonder what happened to Mr. Edgeworth. Well then, I believe it is time we continued on with this trial. Let's see, what is wrong with him? Maybe his witness didn't show up. Or maybe he found out the truth. During our recess, I had requested that the prosecution conduct an investigation. This is... Oh, I gotta be more uppity. This is unacceptable. It seems our prosecutor is quite beside himself. Excuse me, knock knock. Who's there? Oh, that's not the right voice to use for him. Wait. What's with that guy? He looks like the other guy, but like, because he has the same symbol on his neck. A strange stuffy aura seems to be filling the courtroom. Okay, let's absorb his energy real fast. Larger man. Older man. Sophisticated taste, albeit very orange. He seems like he's put together and polished. Let's see if we can do this. Hey, the temperature rose 5.7 degrees when that man came in. Who on earth is he? He's probably the one in charge of the patrol. Or the police. Or the investigators. Oh, it's you. Okay. Is the game bugged? Oh. Okay. Okay. Sorry, I'm late, Aji. The roads were packed. It's just me. Long time no see, Aji. You been swim much these days? Ah, hello? I gave them the same voice. Snaps! No, I've been so busy. Busy, schmizzy, Aji. My boy, you have to make time to relax. Yes, indeed. Aji seems to be his nickname for the judge. Afraid you're right. Very afraid. I'm sorry, but who are you? Do your Wright attorney heard good things about you, son? Thanks. So sorry about our little worthy giving you all that trouble. You know, we should all go swimming together sometime, jolly. Our little worthy? Mr. Wright, you don't know the district chief of police? I knew it. Chief of police? The top-ranking police officer in the entire district. Yeah, he looks very official. He just wants to look in our eyes. Name's Gant, Damon Gant. Pleased to meet you, everyone. So, what do we owe this honor today? It's been over 2 years since you last came to this courtroom, hasn't it? Oh, what's Webby here? Look at the poor fellow. I just thought I'd help out by bringing this. Hey, that's my sister's muffler. It's a scarf. So Miss Star wasn't just seeing things. So there's a difference between a muffler and a scarf. A muffler is a type of scarf, but a muffler is not any scarf. I'm looking it up. This ridiculous muffler. Why do I have AI overview? I hate this. How do I turn this off? That's why I don't use Chrome. Muffler scarf. Is a muffler the same as a scarf? Woolenwear.in. I don't like what you said. I'm gonna look for a second opinion. Ngram.us. So in parts of the world, muffler is basically the same as scarf. Scarf is more common in the US. Muffler is considered an older term for scarf in the US and Britain. So like, yeah, I do think, when I think of muffler, I do think it's something more warm. Scarves just seem a little bit looser in definition. Oof. My joints. I am aging over time. Back to the story. Oh, I'm on the wrong screen. Back to the story. When the crime occurred, Miss Sky really was wearing that muffler. Oh, but to think that it was stuffed into that exhaust pipe. One little worthy's car, no less. Ah, yeah, I'll drink some water. Sippy sip. Drink water, everyone, don't die. Hydrate. Don't hydrate. What is with these long silences? Is that a dagger holster? It's really quite embarrassing, even for us. What's this? It's what you'd call a switchblade knife. Quite perplexing, this.
Objection!
Chief, what kind of outfit are you running? Mr. Edgeworth. How could they miss such a vital piece of evidence? Your investigators are the slacks. How do you expect us to do our job? No, wait a minute, Worthy. I've no desire to hear your excuses. I'm telling you to wait. Or didn't you hear me? Have a look at this document where it says person in charge of investigation. There's no mistaking that signature, is there, Miles Edgeworth? That's not fair. On the day of the crime, I had your head in the clouds because you got that award. I know how you feel, but you're the person in charge. I'll expect a written apology. Why would a prosecutor be in charge of an investigation that he is a part of? That's his car. He should not even be prosecuting this case because he is related to the case. Like, if you think about it, if someone is involved any way with the actual crime, you do not want them in the prosecution or defense as like the person hired. And you don't want them in the jury either. They could be a witness, I suppose. But like, they should not be like so involved for the decision making of this trial. Yeah. What? Are you serious? Don't be too upset. We'll find a way to clean up this mess that you made. This is the first time I've seen Mr. Edgeworth at a loss for words. This kind of major blunder isn't like you, Mr. Edgeworth. Ugh. The court accepts this new evidence. I'd like to ask the defense a favor first. Yes. Just to be sure, I'd like to take a look at the blade of this knife. The blade on it? Well, I don't see why not. Could you open it up for me, I wonder? Why do you wonder? Just ask. Yes, well, I think all you have to do is push that switch and... If I cut my finger, Mr. Wright, I wouldn't be able to pound my gavel anymore. Oh my gosh, don't be such a princess. Yeah, but if I cut my finger, I wouldn't be able to point it at people anymore. Okay, if your finger is cut, you can still point. You'll bandage it and it will be straight. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, babies. Come on, just hurry up and open it. Absolute babies, I tell you. Oh, is my controller busted? Turn that off for a second. Oh, it was doing it automatically. I turned my controller off for no reason. So it's probably this button. Ah, don't scare me like that. I'm the one who's scared. Oh my gosh, it's just a switchblade. Relax. Look at this knife blade. The tip is broken off. And this dark red stain. Blood. So this switchblade was wrapped in the defendant's muffler. This is probably what stabbed Miss Sky, and the knife that she used to stab him. So this is probably her blood, but we're not gonna check that because like we don't check things and we don't check for blood even though we could. You know, this is why I have things be thorough in a criminal court case, right? This does not excuse the actions of the police department. I'd like to hear an explanation from the chief of police himself. I'll be sorry, but could I ask you to testify for us about the split between the prosecutors and the police and this knife? Sure thing, not a problem, not even a little one, really. He's such a happy old man. He's probably secretly a killer. He probably... Wait, no, it can't be him. He's such a nice old man. It could be him. This knife is special, but I can't say how here. Unless there's evidence to prove a connection between this knife and Goodman. That was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. Why? The detective was killed at the police department. See, what a mess. The time of the crime, 5:15. Scary coincidence. It's not officially linked to this here case, so I can't talk much about it. There was a murder at the police department? A detective? That's hush information, Edgy. We haven't exactly announced it yet. You just officially made a public announcement by saying this out loud. Yeah.
Objection!
Wait a second. You said 5:15. That's the exact time that Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office. Order. Anyway, we at the department were all flustered, as you might well presume. We're in the middle of a top secret investigation. Don't tell anyone, okay? Even though everybody who hears knows now Mr. Gant. I think we understand the police department's situation. Oh, Mr. Wright? 2 detectives killed at the same time in different places. The chances of that are really slim, scientifically speaking, of course. I'd like to exercise my right to cross-examine the witness. Very well. However, keep your questions focused on the case at hand. Yeah. We're gonna press him on everything. I want all the details. Excuse me, special? Mm-hmm. How'd you come by this particular knife anywhere else? Might that special thing be this little tag? Oh, sorry, right if I can't say that now, not that. We've established that the knife in Goodman's chest was this knife. Why was there another knife at the scene of the crime? Oh, it's quite a mystery. And like a mystery, it's wrapped in something. A muffler. This knife was found on the scene of the crime. I think that makes it connected to the case, don't you? There's a lot of things that go on at the department I can't explain. It's delicate, okay? Sorry, Righto. Maybe there's something about the knife that will give us a clue. Let's examine that knife while we can, Miss Righto. Evidence that links this knife to Detective Goodman. Perhaps the pieces are falling into place. To try presenting this piece of evidence that's had me stumped all this time. We had evidence that stumped us this whole time. There's a small tag on the knife. It says SL92. What's that supposed to mean? I'm not sure, but it reminds me of a similar code. Deal 6, maybe it's a case number? That's weird. What? I don't remember where... I think I've seen something like this before. Something similar to what's written on this tag. It wasn't that long ago either. Maybe I should check the court record again. SL92. Let's look at his ID. I feel like it's on there. Oh. Wait. SL. Can I rotate this? 9. This is SL9. I think I'll have to present that. We'll have to present this then. So how were things down at the department? Oh, why question him? Yeah, let's present it.
Objection!
Yeah. Oh, you want me to drink water? Yeah, I'll drink water. Now you drink water also. Wait a second. Last and honest to goodness objection. This knife. This has to have something to do with Detective Goodman. What do you mean? And honest to goodness, what do you mean, Famachi? This is great. Look at the tag on this knife. It reads SL9 2. And this is important. Why? Over here, we also have a memo that was on the body of the victim. What's this? 6 minus 7s 12/2. Your Honor, it's upside down. Upside. The printed name on the memo makes it look like it's right side up. But turn it around and what do you get? Ah! Whoever wrote this note was holding the paper upside down. SL9, what's this? That's the same thing that was written on the knife's tag. Order, well, Chief? Well, I guess the cat's out of the bag. You win, Righto. I win? What game is this guy playing? This knife was evidence in a case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room. That was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. Oh, so he just provided additional information. Let's press him on this. So he just changed the beginning part. So this knife was stolen. Yes, but on the day of the murder? It was evidence, you say. Was it in fact a murder weapon? Nice, nice, nice. Good show, little worthy. It was a murder weapon as it happened. Was evidence from a case long since solved. This knife was stolen on the day of the murder. It was found in the exhaust pipe of Edgeworth's car. Hard to think there isn't a connection there. Just press him on everything like before. Something happened at the police department too, huh? Oh, you got a good look in your eyes there, right now, my boy. Shut up, hungry. There's something did happen, and why wasn't I informed? Why weren't you informed? Well, why didn't you ask? So true. No matter, I understand you were busy, what with Lana's case and all. Well, what happened? What happened at the police department that day? On the same day that a detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot, another detective was killed at the police department? Ah, that's a fact. Surprising, isn't it, Naji? Oh, I'm at a loss for words. And the perpetrator? Do you have a suspect? Well, there was a suspect. Just arrested them, in fact. Just arrested? That was quick. But there's still a lot of unanswered questions. Maybe you can help, Righto. I suppose I could help if you help me by giving me data on your case. Oh, good one. This kid's sharp. Okay, here's the deal. I'll tell you one thing and one thing only. The victim died at 5:15. Oh, wait. Yeah, the victim died at 5:15. He was stabbed. Well, he was in the police department. Let's know how he was killed then. Well, how was the detective killed? Was he killed? Now that's an interesting part. It was what we found in the forest called a stabbing with a knife. A knife? That's exactly the same as Detective Goodman. Ah, that's a spirit we're cooking now. But you know, that's not the only thing that was exactly the same. Yeah, at the same time. What do you mean? There were more similarities between the two cases than the cause of death. Seems like I'm gonna have to press this a bit harder. $5:15, but that's when Detective Goodman was killed in the prosecutor's office. What? Funny, isn't it? A murder at the prosecutor's place and a murder at our place at the very same time. What are the chances? Coincidence? This is just my gut feeling, but I'd say there's a 0.001% chance of that happening. That's not real math. Chief Gant, please tell us more about the incident. How can you say there's no connection? Oh, because I'm the chief of police. I can't just say anything I please, Righto. You understand. Righto, understand, Righto. Well, if you can prove there's a connection, more power to you. Maybe there's something that ties the two murders together. Besides, whatever it is, I'd better find it and get to the bottom of this. 2 detectives were killed at 5:15. One at the prosecutor's office and one at the police department. That can't be a coincidence. And that knife! What was it doing there? I'd better check this knife out. So we gotta show him that it is linked. And how will we show him? I think showing the photo is actually really important. Let's look at this again. Where's the photo we have of the dead guy? Did we not have a photo of the dead guy? Wait, we don't have a photo? I guess not. Okay, let's see what else we got. I don't think we can show the exact same evidence. Be like, dude, it's literally related somehow. I want that photo. I feel like the photo would have been best, but we don't have access to it. Should I just submit this again and see if it works? We already used it though, it doesn't make sense. What else would link this together? 2/21, that's the same day. So the 2/21 is the day of the killing, and then that knife. Yeah, let's just show this again.
Objection!
Nope, that wasn't it. Why? I had a feeling though, it was kind of risky. Hmm. $2.21. Miles Edgeworth 5:12. This is the dated the day of the crime. The murder took place 3 minutes after Edgeworth parked his car. Only was held up at a couple extra red lights. He wouldn't have been caught up in this whole affair. Perhaps. This goes to show you never know what will happen when you run a yellow light. Yeah. I want to show that the exhaust. Why don't we have that image? We'll present this then, please. Snaps. The fact that the knife is there makes it related. Dude, we're gonna die. Why don't we have this picture? This picture is what I need to prove. Wait, it was killed at that time. So how did it get there? That's a contradiction.
Objection!
Please. This is literally a contradiction. The guy was killed at 5:15. Oh wait, this is an old evidence knife. I messed up. Damn. Okay, let's think harder. The fact that it's 5:15 is really important though. Prosecutor of this crime scene. This must be the victim's blood, right? Either that or Edgeworth cut himself peeling an apple. What's Edgeworth doing with a knife like this anyways? Hey, maybe he spends his weekends roughing it up in the wild. Edgeworth in the wild? I think my fruit peeling theory is more likely. Are you kidding? I always pictured him as an outdoorsman. Now there's a scary thought. We're missing something. But what? The fact that this here is weird. And this is probably her hand because it has, her hand was bleeding. Can I show this picture? Snaps, I can't. Dude, we're just gonna do a Hail Mary with this last one. I have no idea.
Objection!
Snaps. Okay, I'm sorry, Sky, you're dead. Guilty. Well, it's what you wanted anyways. Mans. Use up all my lives. Why does she have her scarf back on? Well, back at it again. Alright, we're not talking to you again. Let's go all the way back to where we were. Maybe I should have saved so we don't have to go through all this dialogue. He's so ridiculous with his knife that he uses to shave with. And who drinks alcohol in the middle of a workday? Oh, I guess that thing that they wear is, the police badge. That circle. Get on my joints. Ah, look at him. It's just silly, man. Ridiculous. Why is- and I still don't know why he was like that. Maybe he saw him walking up and he was like, no, get rid of this guy. He definitely doesn't do well with him. A happy man. Look at him. Look how happy he is. You gotta have a flaw, Mr. Chief of Police. And I'm gonna find it and I'm gonna expose it. Maybe you're the killer. Or maybe you know the killer and are protecting them for some reason. Why don't I get to inspect the scarf? That's what I want to know. Wow, this is a lot of dialogue.
Objection!
I didn't think I'd have to go through all this again. And why is his necktie across? How do you even fold your neckties like that? Or maybe it's a bow? Do you think that crosses a bow? This is definitely her blood on the handle. Does that mean she stabbed him with this knife? I want to know if that piece of knife is stuck in that guy.
Objection!
But she, in the picture, in this drawing, she has the other knife. Weirdly enough. But that could be, fake. Like, no one took a picture of her. Right? It was a, this is a flashback of what the lady saw. Which could have the wrong knife. Boom. Excuse me. Let's present the information again. Wrong button, this one.
Objection!
We'll move on ahead here. I wonder if people do speedruns of that game, of this game. That would be kind of ridiculous if you think about it. Because it's all dialogue based. They'd be like, to speedrun this game, you gotta put the language in Chinese. You gotta put it on 3 times speed somehow. And you need to remember every single dialogue option and choose the right one. Kind of ridiculous. I wonder if people do that. Why Chinese? Well, it's the, I don't know, they kind of abbreviate a lot of things, like the words are smaller. So this knife was evidence. The day of the murder, 5:15. So the murder is not linked to this case. How do I prove that the murder is linked to this case? Muffler. Does she want Emma to get the knife? Is this the evidence? The knife was found in the muffler, but the muffler was spoken about during this trial. That might be the point. I mean, we have nothing to lose but our life, so I might as well try it. Oops. It is linked. Look at this cell phone. Man, I keep clicking the wrong button.
Objection!
Come on, come on. It's wrong. Stink. They talked about the muffler, which had the knife in this call. That relates. Well, I suppose this relates it to not the murder case. Well, if it's not linked, if they're not in the, if they're so busy that they can't investigate things, why did one of their key investigators leave? We weren't in any shape to do an investigation, yet you're in, I'm gonna save here. So I don't have to do all that dialogue again. We're not in any shape to do an investigation, then why did he leave? Riddle me that. how many inches is this knife? SL92.
Objection!
Is this it? Snap. Snaps. I am thinking judge. I'm just like not sure what evidence to throw at this guy. Maybe I should have linked it here. What? We're doing like everything for this. No, it's still not it. I'm trying to show that why is his investigator leaving the police department when you're not in the case to do investigations? Why did your prosecutor leave? Why did you do the awards ceremony still if someone died? Why did he leave? We're doing literally everything somehow.
Objection!
Why did you let him go if there was a murder? Oh my gosh. You know what? We're gonna end up doing everything wrong here. But I really don't know. I don't know. Will this knife convince you?
Objection!
It doesn't. I really did everything on this guy. Maybe we should challenge him one more time about everything. I'm not good at this game, it seems. 'Cause I don't know how the logic works though. Her hand's been cut and her hand's blood is on the switchblade. I know it. Okay, let's think harder about this. Let's press everything. Oops, wrong button. Since we already read it, we'll just see. Stolen knife. Day of the murder. Murder weapon from a long time ago. Why did they steal it? Why would they steal a murder weapon from a long time ago? That was useless. Okay, more information. They have a suspect that they won't tell us who. Oh, we get more information. Tell me where the victim was found. Well, I can't speak on where the corpse was found, but I can say the crime took place in the evidence room at the police department. The evidence room? Wait a second, I've heard of that. The evidence room? Didn't he mention that in his testimony just now? There's a connection between the two cases. You seem happy, Mr. Wright. Happy? Happy we just got handed our ticket to go to town on this case. With the link between the two cases established, we finally have some leverage. Now we can get Gant to testify about the details. We already knew this.
Hold it!
Chiefs, the defense's position is simply this. The connection between those two cases has already been proven. You don't say. Well, with it, Righto, what's your connection? Just out with it, Mr. Wright. The connection is a place mentioned in the testimony we just heard. The knife found in the lot was stolen from the police department's evidence room. Not to mention the victim had on him the case number on the knife's evidence bag. We also know that the detective murdered at the police department was killed in that very same evidence room. Dude, there do seem to be too many connections for it to be a coincidence. Man, I can't believe I had to just talk to this guy more. Get more information, that's crazy. You do make a good pair. Took my men 2 days to find out what you deduced right here. A good pair, you say? Chief, I request that you release your information on the victim at the police department. See, that's the tricky part. It hasn't been announced yet or no. Can we get the information unofficially? Sure, why not? It's unofficial after all. What, really? Who would have guessed? I'll cooperate, but I can't reveal the name of the victim at the department, okay? 2 detectives were killed at 5:15. One at the prosecutor's office, and one at the police department. That can't be. Oh my gosh. We already did this. Gotta press him. If you're going to tell us a little, why not tell us everything? Oh, well, okay, some information is sticky stuff. You have to do everything properly. Oh, well, I guess I may as well try to get what I can out of him. Okay, well, what division was the victim stationed in? Oh, you want to know that, do you? Criminal Affairs Division 1. Detectives responsible for homicide cases. Homicide? That would be the same division as Detective Gumshoe. Detective Gunman, who was killed in the underground parking lot, was homicide 2. Homicide 1, Emma. It's almost like a serial killer was after homicide detectives. Except this serial killing happened simultaneously, scientifically speaking. Well, I sure hope Detective Gumshoe isn't next on the list. We need more information. Stop flashbacking to this, I don't need it. Let me get more information out of him. Okay, how about the gender of the victim? You want to know that? Okay. A hint. Let's say firsthand the gender that's not female. Aha! There's a guy. Oh, what did I tell you? The boy's sharp. Stop goofing around, Mr. Wright. This is serious business. I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'll let to the Chief of Police. Alright, so that wasn't very useful. I just figured we better get all we can out of him. Okay, how about you tell me the victim ID number? Sure, why not? It's not like you'll be able to tell who it is from that. Of course not. You won't tell me the name after all. But keep a tight lid on ID numbers so don't go getting your hopes up. Number is... Wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a second. Well, that's quite long. And we have to remember these. It drives me nuts. That's not that long. 8, 2, again, do it. You didn't get the first number right. Start with a 5, dude. Well, Mr. Wright, does this tell you anything? ID number of the victim at the police department tells me something. Actually, it does, Your Honor. It does. I think. Meaning? Has to be what I think it is. What does this mean? Let's hear what the defense has to say. You say the idea of the detective who was murdered at the police department tells you something. What does it tell you?
Take that!
Witness? What is it, Mr. Wright? You're getting like a schoolgirl on prom night. No, it's just... I got confused. And this is news? Huh? Just come out with both glands blazing like you always do. Oh my goodness. Are they flirting in quiet? I'm just kidding. The police department, the prosecutor's office. 2 places, 2 detectives murdered at one time. Only 1 detective was murdered. Actually, I happen to have a police ID number here. Whoa, is it yours? I'm not part of the police, Judge. I am a defense attorney. No, Your Honor, I'm a defense attorney, remember? This is the ID number of our victim, Detective Goodman. Ah, shame on you, Wright. Personal ID is a top secret. Detective Goodman's ID number is 5842189. And this means what exactly? Huh? Wait, that ID number we heard from the chief earlier. That started with 82. I've forgotten. Oh my gosh. I didn't even get to the first number right. I can. The number the chief of police gave us was 5842189.
Objection!
Wait a second, Wright. What does this mean? That's what I want to know. The 2 ID numbers are identical. In other words, the detective killed in the police department's evidence room was Bruce Goodman. What does our witness think about that? Oh, sharper's attack, right? Sharper's attack. But wait, Detective Goodman is our victim. He was killed at 5:15 in the underground parking lot. Yet a Detective Bruce Goodman was also killed at the police department. In the evidence room at the exact same time.
Objection!
That's impossible. So what we're saying is, the same person was killed at the same time. In a completely different location. Order. Chief, what does this mean?
Objection!
No. What I want to know is, why didn't I hear about this? Yes, it's top secret, fine, but I'm the prosecutor in charge of the case. Now just wait a second, Worthy. No need to get all flustered. Your Honor, the police department has made a grave error in this case. Wait. I said wait, or didn't you hear me? They oversight the grave error. Mr. Edgeworth, they're yours. What? How dare? We informed you yesterday. I believe it was our officer Meekins who brought you the news. Officer Meekins. Mr. Wright, where have we heard that name before? By the guy who got demoted. Wait, Excuse me, but is Mr. Edgeworth anywhere on the premises? I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. I've got your report, sir. Get a good fortune charm on him. Don't mean him. According to Meekins, he didn't accept the report. Hard to believe. Your officer, he told me, said that the report had nothing to do with the Lana Sky incident. Detective Bruce Goodman murdered in the police department evidence room. Mr. Edgeworth, the victim's name is written right on the top of the report. Ugh! Why didn't your officer tell me? Honestly, I'm not sure if that officer was capable of making the connection. It seemed challenged. You can't say that, Emma. In any case, this is a serious error. A gross negligence of your duty on your part, Willie.
Objection!
But sir, you could have submitted that report this morning to the court as evidence. Then I... Is this some sort of weird power play? Why is he here? And no such luck this time, Worthy, or should I say, unworthy. He's got something against Edgeworth. What? Now, what was the second rule of evidence law? Well, Mr. Wright? Rule 2. Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. How is this rule relevant? Normally, you submit a list of evidence to be used in court before the trial. This report wasn't on that list. So what does this mean? I couldn't submit this evidence until a connection was proven in court. The connection was just proven by Wright over there. Good job, Wright, my boy. Well, I was just doing my job. No. No! Can I look at the evidence now? It seems we have come to the end of the trial. Wow, day 2 went by fast. I know you're going through a tough time, Weathy, with all those rumors. You were even in the defendant's chair just as past December. I apologize for this terrible lack of due diligence on my part. Mr. Edgeworth? Please, just give me one day. I'll get to the bottom of what happened. It's the last thing I do. You'd better get results this time, either. You have my profound apologies, sir. For Mr. Edgeworth? I don't think there's ever been an error this serious in the history of this court. I'll grant one further day as the prosecution has requested. Will that be sufficient, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. Whatever your punishment for this is, for your sake, I hope it's not decisive. Hello, Nene. Very well, court is adjourned. Ooh, chapter end. I wonder if we're gonna start in day 3. Save. Maybe I should make more than one save file in case I mess up, like, irreparably. Oh, this is a investigation day. I'm gonna take a quick bathroom break. Hee. Give me a second. We're gonna go on a 3-minute whatchamacallit. I'm gonna play ad, because you guys love ads. No, you don't. Is the ad over? Oh my gosh, you got a Geico commercial. It said soup time. That's like the most on-brand kind of commercial because I'm soup. Welcome back to the exciting continuance of evidence gathering. Let's see, let's get back. Okay, back into the game. I want to look at that court record. Oh, we don't have it. Wow. They didn't give it to us. That's crazy. I guess we'll just continue then. Mr. Wright, so what's going on with the case anyway? I'm a little confused. Huh? Well, let's see. What's going on? The victim, Detective Bruce Goodman, was stabbed to death after 5 p.m. on the 21st. He died in the prosecutor's parking lot. The police department's evidence room. What's this and the evidence room part? The prosecutor's office and the police department are 30 minutes apart by car. Well, that's what we're going to find out. Or try to, at least. Alright, let's do it. Glad she's in good spirits, but I'm not sure she's going to be much help with this. Don't be so sure, Mr. Wright. Huh? Look, we're in this together, right? I'll prove that these thick-rimmed glasses of mine aren't just for show. Oh, I thought they were. Let's go. Science awaits us. I totally thought... Well, I thought those glasses were for show. But now that we know that he died in the evidence room, that means it really implies that... What's his face? Edgeworth brought him to the garage by car. That's right. Like, Edgeworth wouldn't do that. But somebody else could have. Or maybe he hid in there to get away. And then Lana Skye saw him escaping the trunk when Edgeworth wasn't there. And she was like, whoa, what are you doing? Because he was actually a criminal. And she stabbed him. I don't know. Again. She stabbed him again. No, he stabbed her. You know, I really don't think we should worry about the police department murder. Oh my gosh. Emma? Please leave me alone. Go back to school. I got this. There wasn't even a body found there. Who cares? Oh my gosh, Emma, get out of here. Yeah, it was only a victim who was killed in the evidence room, no biggie. Besides, my sister would never do such a thing. I know it. That oil drum, was it empty? And the oil drum kicked over by the chief prosecutor was brimming with water. My sister erasing evidence at the crime scene? Never. Even though she says that they don't get along, Emma really likes her sister. That's not it at all. It's just... we're both professionals at what we do, and I trust her. You're not a professional. You're a child. Go back to school. Stop skipping. Oh, you don't know who Emma is? She's just for this episode. Basically, she's the sister of the potential murder suspect. And she's really trying to prove her sister's innocence, the sister's like chief prosecutor. But she's kind of dumb because she's like in high school and has a little bit of that Chuningyo kind of vibe to her, but maybe she'll overcome it. Like she's like, by the power of science, I will create a new way of uncovering evidence, but everything she said is like nonsense science. So like, it's fake. She's saying so much fake science. It's like, she's definitely in fantasy land where she's like a super genius. But in real life, she's probably bad at science and she's faking it. Why wear a lab coat? You don't get that until you get your doctorate, I think. I don't know. Maybe I'm being a hater. Let's be positive. Woo! Wow, look at her. She's just a kid and she's helping big ol' Phoenix Wright on his big case. Wow. Big words for a high school student. Well, whether there was blood on the floor or not, the water in that oil drum washed it all away. Ha ha ha. Oh, water time. Ah, water. Ignore the strength of my science at your own peril, Mr. Wright. Oh, what's that grin for? The situation calls for one thing, and that is luminol testing fluid. Luminol? Blood is sticky stuff, you know, you can't just wash it away with a little water. Even if you can't see it, it's still there. Wouldn't the police have already done those tests? Never trust anyone's eyes but your own, Mr. Wright. Oh yeah, that's why when you go to like a motel or a hotel and you spray that like UV ray things on the sheets in the room and stuff, you see like everything glows because you can't wash away. Yeah. Just give it a try. Me, why do I have to do it? I'm a minor, I can't even drink yet. We're testing bloodstains with this stuff, not drinking it. Here, look, I'll lend you these glasses. Huh? You have an extra pair of those things? To test for a blood reaction, just spray the luminol on it. Like this, see? Okay. Okay, let's find us some bloodstains. Stop talking to me like we're in a tutorial. I hate tutorials. I can see her eyes shining behind those glasses. So is this a bloodstain? It's so, Emma, you're shaking. It's just, this is my first time seeing real blood. Oh my gosh, go back to school. Give me your spray, go back to school. Oh my gosh. You should talk like I'm in a tutorial more often. Spicy. You're not gonna like me when I'm in a tutorial, okay? You don't want to be there. Scientific investigation and action. Okay, well, we definitely know that this is a bloodstain. But doesn't something strike you as odd? Scientifically speaking, of course. Yeah, there's only a few drips. And that was probably Miss Skies. Oh my gosh, Spicy, you're crazy. The perpetrator and Detective Goodman fought here, right? Don't you think there'd be a little more blood? I definitely think so. I mean, look at all the blood on the sole of the victim's shoe. It is pretty strange. If they fought here, there'd have to have been more blood than this. Hey, Mr. Wright. We'll mark up the floor plans when we find a bloodstain, okay? See, I'm pretty handy to have around, right? Well, this is something the police should have done, so like, whatever. Wow, you're so helpful, Emma. Yeah, and this stuff's pretty handy too. I saved up my allowance to buy that. Oh my gosh. Can't be sure what the police will reveal all their evidence in court, but they should. Because we're doing a court that would sentence someone to life in prison, presumably. I don't know. Sometimes they fail to mention evidence that doesn't fit with their view of the case. That's really bad. That's really bad. And let's drag that hidden evidence out into the light of day. That's really bad. Yeah. Feels like we're really investigating a crime now, doesn't it? Guess I should give this spray on anything suspicious. Ah! I wonder how that fluid of yours would react to a nice deli box. Miss Star? You only trust your own eyes, Not bad, you two. This day old deli box is on the house. Sorry, it's just that kind of lead-in doesn't really get my mouth watering. You certainly put me in a tight spot today. My apologies, Miss Star, but... No, it's okay. It was my fault. Oh, we know. I witnessed everything from that security room right there. But I was afraid that wouldn't sound convincing enough, you see. I was wrong to think that. I'm sorry. Sorry? You lied on the witness stand. That's unforgivable. Little girl, don't you forget what's important here. Even if the place I witnessed events from was different, I still saw what I saw. I saw Chief Prosecutor Sky stab a man in cold blood, and that testimony still stands. She stabbed herself, probably. Yeah, her hand's not wrapped yet. I swear to my honor as a detective, she stabbed Goodman. I know this photograph has something important to tell us, but what? So you were a detective, weren't you, Miss Starr? Yes, it was a long time ago. Well, 2 years ago. No matter how hardened the criminal, when they faced me, they coughed it up. Coughed it up? They confessed. They babbled like babies. You know, I may seem like a demon sometimes, but I can be an angel too. I wouldn't doubt it. Every day I drag the dirt out of the mouths of suspect after suspect. Before long they called me Cough Up Queen. On here I thought someone had gotten food poisoning from your lunches. And you were let go or fired? Felt that I had found my dream job when I became an investigator. If these prim and proper prosecutors hadn't let me go, I'd still be one today. It's all because of that case, the SL9 incident. SL9? Wait, she doesn't mean. Wait, tell me about SL9. Tell me about the SL9, please. Please. SL9 incidents written on that knife. And on that note, Goodman was the head detective on that case, you know. Really? That knife was evidence from the case. The murder weapon was due for transfer the very day that Goodman was killed. As I suspected, SL9 isn't over, not yet. You think you could tell us more about the SL9 incident? Oh, it's just the same dialogue. This is the only bit we have about the SL9. And you might be thinking, wait, aren't you supposed to only use this on suspicious stuff? Well, everything's suspicious in a murder trial, so we're just gonna sneaky around here. I'm not getting more blood stains. Oh my gosh, it's stuck. No more blood? Just a little bit. I bet there's blood on that phone. Yeah, there is. Because she picked up the blood after getting stabbed. This blood must be from Lana. No, my sister isn't the murderer. But she did call you, didn't she? At the time of the crime. And her right hand is bandaged. Hey, just whose side are you on? The side of truth, Emma. This has nothing to do with taking sides. So this means that Lana's hand had blood on it. It just keeps getting worse. talk more about the SL9 case? Do we have to find more evidence for that? I don't really have anything else. I was hoping to get the case file. We'll come back. I hope the detectives aren't yelling at her. How did you kill him in 2 places at the same time? Can you imagine? How's she supposed to answer that? Wait a second. Didn't Mr. Gant say they'd arrested a suspect in the police department murder? Let's come back later. Okay, we'll come back later. Ooh. Oh, everyone looks deadly serious here. Ha ha ha. Well, it was a vicious murder of a detective down at the police department. Yes, but the same detective was also killed at the same time in the prosecutor's lot. It makes my head hurt. Well, first things first, let's go check out the police department crime scene. Yes, you sound dead set on investigating. But don't mess up or we could wind up dead. No. Doubt anyone wants more mysteries or dead bodies around here right now. But it doesn't look like anyone's gonna help us much either. No, I told everyone only at the restaurant everything. I should have read that out loud. Must be one of the detectives. He's mumbling something to himself. I know, the killer used dry ice. If you put it between the latch and the door, the room could be sealed shut. This is good. I'll win the writer's reward for sure. He's not writing a report, he's writing a novel. Detective guess, computers, and files on each one. Funny, they're a lot tighter than I expect. Nothing really to do here. It's even busier here today than it was yesterday. The detectives are running around so fast that they're blurring. Suppose it makes sense that detective did get killed here after all. The evidence room, the scene of the crime. According to the pamphlet we got at the front desk, here it is. He's like a kid at an amusement park. Oh, a real crime scene. Let's go take a look. Okay. Okay, guard town. Oh, I know who sits here. A certain cowboy. Why is there a noose on the ground? Or a lasso? What's with the decor in this place? It's very, eccentric. According to the pamphlet, this is a guard station for the evidence room. So beyond that door is the evidence room, the scene of the crime. It sure seems that way. Oh. What's wrong? It's those cacti, they're so prickly, so imposing, it's hard to think straight. Can't handle the cacti, stay out of the desert. What I want to know is if this is a guard station, where's the guard? I have a feeling I know who he is already. Why is there so much alcohol here? Why is there so much alcohol? Let me in. The evidence room is beyond that door. Let's just walk in. It won't open. You thought it'd be open? I think we need someone's permission to go in there first. And we're gonna get it by rustling through things. It looks like there's a video feed from the evidence room here. There's a light blinking below the monitor. It says recording. I bet we could use this computer to check on who went in and out of there. Okay, so let's do it then. What are we waiting for? There's a security guard uniform hanging there. It looks more like a costume than a uniform, honestly. A leather jacket, leather pants, a leather... What was that called again? A punchy? A poncho? A pinchy? A poncho. Oh my gosh. Wait, maybe that wasn't it. It's a poncho, but I think I'll keep that information to myself for the time being. Yeah, these sure are prickly. They must be the real deal. I think just one big one would be sufficient. These cacti are a lot like my sister, actually. How so? Encased in a cold, rigid shell with spines pointing in every direction. Just like her. I'm not so sure I see the resemblance. More an attitude thing than a physical similarity. This swinging door makes the place look like a real kind of saloon. Look, it's nailed shut. Can't get in that way. Of course not. If you went in through here, cactus would fall over. Ouch. It'd be more of a arg myself. Why is there a noose on the floor? Look on the floor, a lasso. Looks like it's set up to trap something. A trap here? Wait, I know. Maybe someone was trying to catch a wild bull in here. But the lasso missed. Sure have an active imagination. Why can't we look at the feed? I want to look at the feed. Well, it's everything. I suppose we could spray stuff while we're here. I'm surprised there's no blood. You think there's blood on the cacti? No way. Oh, how'd you know? How'd you know that? How did you know that? Wow, we got a reaction. There's clearly blood around the spines here. Nene. This room's pretty messy. Someone must have tripped over something and planted their head right in these spines. I think that might be more painful than being murdered. That's not exactly useful, but it's better to know than not know. The last place we haven't gone. Well, this place is as classy today as it was yesterday. I'm sure it'll still be just as classy tomorrow, Emma. Incidentally, Edgeworth's not here. I'm sure he's off doing important investigations. Hope that's what he's doing. I guess we'll have to come back. Are you saying that because you think he might be doing something illicit? Oh, I can't spray his house? Oh, what's her name? That's kind of cute. So we'll have to come back here later. We've already examined his room like 3 times. I want to get you to talk about the thing. Oh, but this is all from the keys, so you already told us everything about it. We didn't spray this area, I suppose. I wonder if there's blood everywhere. You would think this entrance would have blood on it also, because at some point in time blood would have been spilt here. But also, you can wash blood away eventually. It's not like impossible. Look, that patrolman is saluting the other guy. He must be a detective. Yeah, Aria, what were you thinking? Where's your head? Oh, sir, it's right here, sir. I guess he wasn't saluting. He was showing the detective where his head was. They make a pretty good pair. There's this thing. The blue badger is still writhing around today. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt and say he's dancing. Speaking of dancing, the whole police department has been dancing around like crazy since yesterday. Can I take out his batteries? I just can't help but feel he's gonna do something naughty. No, you can't take his stinking batteries. Oh my goodness. We're in like a dead end. I don't want to talk. I want to go to the detention center. Oh, I know what to do. If they let me spray every room again, I'm gonna spray every room we're in. I should probably go back to Edgeworth's office to see if maybe I just misclicked. Like, why did it let me examine the bottle instead of the other thing? Why? Let's try one more time. There we go. I must have hit A instead or something. And if you think about it, there shouldn't be any blood in here, but maybe there is. On the floor. Nope, it's clean. Can you tell me more things, lady? Body with Edgeworth's knife stuck in was found in Edgeworth's car. I think he owes me his gratitude. Gratitude? Well, if I hadn't witnessed the crime, Mr. Edgeworth would have been the suspect. I wonder. Still, it's strange. I thought Chief Prosecutor had her own murder weapon already. I know. Full of this, the ID. I had one of those up until 2 years ago. Back when you were the cop-up queen, right? Found this ID card here in this parking lot. Well, there's no mistaking that. It's definitely Goodman's. But the same ID as the man who was killed at the police department. That's impossible. I wish I could be so sure. What else we got? What else we got you didn't look at yet? Maybe this? I already clicked on this one actually. I clicked on it getting someone information about it. One more thing. This. No. He really does not want to talk about so many things. Okay. I think that's it. Oh, bye, Nene. Have a good day. Party hardy. Look, a door! Oh wait, we already tried to open this. Oh wait, we already got this. Man! I did it again, I clicked it too quickly. I pushed A rapidly. Let's see. Oh, let's ask her about the blood, actually. That's a good idea. Oh, she doesn't want to. Do I have anything else potentially for you to look at? Was when I grabbed the chief prosecutor on the shoulder, she dropped that phone on the pavement. It's when you heard her talking about the muffler, right? Little did I know it was a trap. Red car's muffler and the prosecutor's red muffler. What's this guy really trying to say, I wonder? Oh, we really try to get her to talk about everything, and there's really nothing else. Alright. We gotta go somewhere else. Alright, we still can't go there. Show me the blood! I can't believe they're letting me do this in their office while they're working. It's kind of crazy when you think about it. Spraying like Lysol basically on everything. This is the police mascot, is it? The Blue Badger. Ah, the Blue Badger, the future star of the police force. The design's a little challenged from the one outside. Ah, well, the dancing Blue Badger TM is still under development, you see. You have it trademarked? Absolutely, it's cutting edge stuff very now. I showed this doll here to my daughter and she burst into tears. Don't show her the moving mock-up outside, then you'll give her nightmares. Let's see, is there anything else to look at? Post of a female police officer. Wait, no, that's the latest Babes in Uniform calendar, my bad. That's everything in here. I might as well look at everything again. Usual wanted posters. Do you know this face? If you do dial 911. No, Mr. Wright. I've always thought it was kind of funny. I've never seen anyone who looked like them. Oh, we already read this dialogue. Why? They always repeat things. This shouldn't repeat. Like, we read this before. I want to make sure I'm not missing something. Do I just have to show a piece of evidence to that like old investigator to see something? I've definitely examined everything in here. We've examined everything in Edgeworth's place like every time we go there ever. Oh, what? So this is what the back of the badge looks like. I always thought I had a safety pin. The badge has a number carved into it. That way you can tell which attorney it belongs to. You mean you couldn't lend your badge to anyone? No, I'd be found out right away. Well, that's no fun. Well, they'll only find out if they take your badge off to look at it. That looks like a petrified piece of provolone. It's not. It's my attorney's badge. I think a petrified piece of provolone would fetch more in the open market. My badge isn't up for sale, not yet at least. We've already done all of these options. I think this and the Lysol is left. If you think about it, I could have taken that picture from the guard room. And even I get flustered sometimes. So you went straight to the scene of the crime? I rushed towards the chain link fence in an effort to stop the murder. When I took this photo, yes. In other words, 5 minutes after the crime? Those 5 minutes are the whole problem. The whole of my testimony, as it were. The 5 minutes weren't the problem, Miss Star. You lying was a problem. Listen, little girl, I've had my testimony disregarded before, and I wasn't gonna have it disregarded again. Just like that time. That time? Can you tell me more about that? Okay, I think that unlocked the dialogue we needed. Thank you. Please, thank you. That incident really opened up my eyes to the truth. Well, nothing to them. Disposable. Disposable to who? 2 years ago, it was the biggest case I'd ever handled. The police and the prosecutors were desperate for decisive evidence. So they didn't solve it? On the contrary, it was solved quite cleanly. Criminal was caught and executed. Executed? Yes, the criminal got what was coming to him. Doesn't get any cleaner than that. The only problem was, they never did find decisive evidence, not a shred. What? But the criminal was executed, right? On the basis of evidence of a sort. Made up evidence. What? You mean they executed someone with fabricated evidence? The best part came several months after the trial. Every detective involved with the case was dealt with. Some were demoted to patrolman, others found themselves out of a job. And you were one of those? Myself and one other person you know well. Wait, could it be? Exactly, Detective Jake Marshall. Examine Police Department Security Detail Officer Jake Marshall. As a professional detectives, we'd investigate that case from every angle. Jake was particularly determined, and then it was over. He was demoted. However, he hasn't forgotten, and neither have I. You haven't forgotten SL9? There was another side to that case, a hidden side. That's what we're after now. And no one up in the fancy offices can stop us. Wait, those lunches you sell? There's only one reason I come to sell lunches in this cursed office. Come here to meet old friends, boyfriends that can help me investigate. Miss Star's old boyfriends, how many does she have anyway? Just when all the detectives on SL9 have disappeared, we find new evidence. There has to be a connection. So, Rookie. What? Seems like you're serious about investigating this case. Yes. Then you should take this. A Salisbury stick lunch? I know a certain guy who might help you if you tempt him with this treat. Miss Star? Officer Marshall, is he your, are you going out? Why do you want to know? I was just wondering what happened to him. A long time ago, when he was helping my sister do cases, he was so nice. Got along so well with my sister, it made me jealous. And he was nice to me too back then. This would be when Officer Marshall was a detective. But now he's so cold. Jake and I are merely cooperating on this investigation. We put in the past to rest, as it were. Nothing more than that. I see. Thank you. Mr. Jake Marshall. Well, now we have a lead, finally. Let's get to him. This place is charged with frantic energy as always. Please! Huh? Wasn't that... Oh, one steak lunch, please. Oh, it's you. Detective Gumshoe. Now's no time for chit-chat, pal. I'm a busy man. What I really need is a steak lunch from Lunchland. Oh, you mean one of these? Actually, it's not for sale. He's such a sad boy. You just heard the sound of his heart breaking. Now's no time for despair. Caught our criminal, now we just need evidence. The criminal, you mean? You heard about the stabbing in the police department evidence room, right, pal? Why are we flashbacking? This happened literally today. Why are we flashbacking when we just saw this like 10 minutes ago? It's the biggest scandal to hit the station in ages. Everything is topsy-turvy. But Detective Gumshoe, who was it? Listen, pal, all I know is I need me a steak lunch pronto. Sitting around here talking isn't gonna fill my belly. Wait, don't leave. You wanna know more? Head on down to the detention center, pal. Questioning should be over, so I figured he's down there having a good cry. Later. Aw, poor Gyro. Ran off to the evidence room. Well, this investigation is off to a running start. I still can't get in here. Guess we'll go to the detention center. How's the editing going, Gyro? Still, I do feel better about things. A little. I mean, they caught the person who stabbed Detective Goodman, didn't they? Yeah, I guess they did. Let's not go too far down that road right now. We'll just get confusing. Wayne. What was that? So that's what I'm saying. Me, a perpetrator. I'd say I was a perpetrator against her. That's what I'd say. Oh, hey, greetings, sir. Wait, I know who you are. Why are we flashbacking to earlier today? Officer Meekins, so you're a guard here at the detention center? No, sir, I'm not, sir. I'm a little lost patrolman, like a little lost lamb, sir. Oh, I get it. You're here to deliver a report? No, sir, how should I say this? Wait, is he? You, Officer Meekins? You didn't, did you? Perpetrator Officer Meekins reporting, sir. What? Now this is an unexpected turn of events. Patrolman with the General Affairs, sir. Oh, I can hear you fine, Officer Meekins. I had some business that day, sir, and so I went to the evidence room, sir. The guard station in front of the room was empty, sir. Normally there's a guard at the evidence room. That's right, sir. Because evidence is kept in the evidence room, sir. Only a security officer, none other than Officer Marshall. Marshall? Then, sir, I happened to glance at the security room monitor. That's when I saw him, sir. A suspicious person in the evidence room. A suspicious person, sir. A suspicious person, yeah, wow. Well, he's really inept. What is this guy doing? You learned a new workflow? Great. Bad news, you have to backtrack. Ooh, I hope you don't have to backtrack super far. Is it like beginning of the episode backtracking? So what happened then? After that, sir, everything went white. I saw red. I blacked out. When I came to, I was here in the detention center. That's not true. Because the murder happened the same day of the trial, and we saw you in literally Edward's office like yesterday. How long were you out? Days? And might I ask what happened to your hand? There was no one on to bandage me, sir. So I did what I could to wrap it up, sir. A bandage on his hand. Just like Miss Sky. Yet another similarity between this case and the other one at the prosecutor's office. First things first, tell us how you hurt your hand. We don't mean to pry, but you are the perpetrator, correct? Killed Detective Bruce Goodman in the evidence room, right? Dad, please don't look at me with those sad puppy dog eyes, sir. If you have to label me as a perpetrator or victim, sir, I love to be a victim. I would, but you happen to be in detention and alive and, well, at that. Oh, yes, well, that's true, sir. I suppose you could say that. Did you know the victim, Detective Goodman? Well, sir, if I had to label him as a stranger or a total stranger, then I'd say he leans heavily on the total stranger side. So you didn't know him? Sir, I work in a tiny department devoid of light or other creature comforts. I don't know any detectives. So if he was a total stranger, why did you stab him? I had no intention of killing him, sir. None. Nor do I have any recollection of killing him, sir. If someone around here is more confused than I am. You have to restart a part 2 of the recording? That's hard. Oh, Javo. You labor so much with the recordings. But you do a good job. About your hand, did that happen during the course of the crime? Well, you see, sir, don't you think you should just confess? But but there was nothing I could do. Nothing you could do? Sir, to tell the truth, sir, when it happened, when the detective pointed that knife at me, I just hollered, sir. The next thing I knew, I was unconscious. The next thing you knew, you were, huh? And when I opened my eyes, I was alone in the evidence room, sir, all alone. Alone because Detective Goodman had disappeared. What? When I looked down, I was gushing blood from my hands, sir. The shock of the sorrow, sir, can you imagine how I felt? The victim's body disappeared? That's some story. Smikins, this is for you. Get him, knife, sir. It's okay, I just wanted you to take a look at it. That's it, sir. Last night, sir. That's the one. It was an apple, sir, in my dreams, sir, and I was being peeled. On second thought, you don't have to look at the knife. Yeah, he's overreacting to the knife, but I guess he's been through a lot. Smikins, could you take a look at this? I'm sorry, sir. I'm really sorry, but I have no idea what that is. You should ask Mr. Edgeworth, sir. He's passing the buck, Mr. Wright. Takes a special kind of man to pass the buck to Edgeworth. Let's see. Do you have an opinion about this? No opinion about this either. I just want to know information. I don't really have a specific question. Oh, this is just scared of knives. Any knife. Any last situations? I just wanted to see how he felt about the bloody shoe. Do you recognize this shoe? Apparently not. Okay, let's go see if Marshall's back. He's not. Maybe we need a bigger lead first? Got anything else I can show you? Do you think you could take a look at this? Hey! That's it, sir, that's it! That's what? My head was blank until this very moment. But sir, now I remember, sir. You mean you remember what happened? Right, that card was cause of it all. This ID card? Exactly, sir, that's exactly it. Nothing could be more exact, sir, nothing. I'd better pry into this one a little deeper. Can you tell me what it is you do remember? Well, sir, you might say I'm a little lost patrolman, a lost little lamb, if you will. I didn't know Mr. Detective Goodman was in the evidence room, and that's why you thought he looked suspicious. So I entered the evidence room and asked the man to show me his ID card. Well, that sounds pretty much by the book so far. That's right, sir. That's what I've been trying to tell you. So you asked Detective Goodman to show you his ID card. What did he do? As a thing, suddenly he pointed a knife at me. What? Sorry, I show you I was as blessed as you are right now. So I whooped and leaped at him. Detective Goodman pointed a knife at him? Do unto others as I do unto you, my own father's words, sir. What happened then? Well, sir, everything went white. When I woke, I was here. Right. So, Officer Minkins, why was it that they arrested you? What do you mean, Emma? That's like, what do we know? Now, Officer Meekinson know Detective Goodman, and the victim who he met at the scene of the crime didn't show his ID card. In other words, we have no way of knowing if the victim was really the victim. And if this body just disappeared from the evidence room, we don't even know if anyone actually died. That's it, sir. That's what I wanted to say. That is, I did say something along those lines. Huh? But you still ended up here? He told me that it had to be him, sir. On that day at that time. Detective Goodman was definitely in the evidence room. That's what they said. But you don't remember the events clearly. No, but the videotape is quite clear. Huh? The videotape? On the security camera. Crime, my crown, the crime I swore to stamp out is there. It's me, it's on tape. Huh. You waited until now to tell us this? I'm sorry, I'm really sorry. Sorry I handled by my badge. I don't deserve it. Sir. No thanks, I have my own. I guess we'd better go check out the crime scene. On the move. Oh, water break. Sippity sip. Ah. Hey, Mr. Wright, look who's standing at the Chief of Detectives' desk. It's Police Chief Gaunt. And you're sure this is all? You know what it means if there's anything missing? I say, I'm sure it's totally perfect. We checked all of his drawers, lockers, garbage cans, bags, coat pockets, pants. The monitor inside his personal coffee machine. I see. Well, if anything turns him up, you call me right away. Deal? Yes, sir. We'll scour the place again, sir. Chief of Detectives looks a little flustered. Right on my boy. How you been? Swim much? It's been one day. Oh, Chief Gant. Reporting for duty, sir. Why are you saluting him, Mr. Wright? Is Edgeworth going to be okay? Oh, well, they are you now. They're doing a little inquiry committee with them. Sounds like an inquisition. Yeah, well, they had no end of trouble with the boys since last year. You mean the incidents on Gourd Lake? It doesn't look good having a top prosecutor sit in the defendant's seat, does it? And you got someone else found guilty in that case, righto? Fun karma. Allegedly he was undefeated in his 40-year career. That inquiry fixed it so he was caught for forging evidence. Wait, I didn't do anything wrong. He did forge evidence. In any case, the prosecutor's office is in a bit of a turmoil, you might say. They do just about anything to restore their reputation. Now, depending on what that inquiry committee decides, it could be bad for Worthy. What? No, it's done right on, I tell you. The detective getting killed on their turf too, I mean. They're being the prosecutors, I assume. Scientifically speaking, it's impossible. Yes, but that's what the evidence is saying, that you're forging? Goodman was stabbed in 2 locations at the same time. That's what it says. What evidence is this? Now, Ryder, I can't give away all our secrets just like that. And this in particular one's a little sensitive. I can't just talk about it. I wasn't expecting much anyways. You know, one thing I hate most of all is hiding stuff. Secrets can't stand them. You know, it's a full-time job just keeping the Chief of Detectives' trap shut. He was the one you were picking on earlier? Oh, you saw that. Oops. I wonder what it was that he wanted the Chief of Detectives to do. Let's see if I can find him. Kind of discreetly ask him. We need you to... Well, you're not interested in anything I want to ask you about. No one cares about this trophy. I want to ask people this trophy all the time, get more information. They all ignore me. You don't want to look at any of my stuff, dude? I suppose we could leave then. Oh my gosh. I guess we have to talk to him. We'll have to just show him everything because I don't know what to do to get him to talk to us. Ay, ay, ay. What item do I show you to get you to talk to me, Gant? Come on, man. Gotta be something. You're such a put-together man. Don't you have, like, care for any of this evidence I have in my pockets? Oh, I already showed you this. Oops. Did I show you this also? Yo, maybe I shouldn't skip anything just in case I didn't actually show it. I'm pretty sure I already did the knife, but I'm gonna double check. I definitely did the first two things. This one? Dude, he cares about, like, none of my evidence. I got nothing. Oh, I'm sorry you had to see that. What exactly did the chief of police want you to do? Ah, what you see over there? That's Goodman's desk. He wanted me to check it for anything that might be a clue. He took away every last piece of garbage in the trash can. Something belonging to Detective Goodman is still there? Of course not. Well, except for this. What? You kept something? Sure, why not? It's not important. He didn't even finish writing it. The lost item report, but it's only half complete. A lost item? Did Detective Goodman lose something? The deadline is February 21st. I better make a note of that just in case. Should really get back to investigating the police department crime scene. There's our piece of evidence. Probably lost his ID. He doesn't care about this. Bruce Goodman, 221. He couldn't remember his ID number, and he stopped doing it. What is your name? I think he lost his ID. And someone was trying to place him at the location. Actually, I was wondering if I could ask you for a favor. Well, I never thought the day would come when Wright asked me for help. I was wondering if we could investigate the evidence room. No, Righto. Actually, I'm sorry, I don't need to investigate after all. Righto, please, do I look like a selfish man? Huh? If anyone asked me, "Sir, can I borrow $50? I'd give them $50, no problem. So go ahead and investigate that room to your heart's content. Knock yourself out. Just goes to show you never know until you ask. That's what Ritsky says. R.I.P. For you here, you can borrow this. Hey, this is a detective's ID card, isn't it? That's a special card for guests, so don't lose it. Yes, sir, it's an honor. Just run along and do your best now. Later, folks. This man. Haha, it looks pretty cool on my lapel, doesn't it? I just think I feel ID. You seem happy. Yes, sir, because, sir, we got to go into the evidence room now, sir. I think this place is a bad influence on this girl. Give me the evidence. Give me the evidence. I want evidence. Doo-doo-doo. The evidence room is beyond that door. And we have the IT card from Chief Gant. Let's just walk in. Won't open. Aha, the card reader is turned off, see? What is that security guard thinking? Howdy, partners. Well, what's made my bambino sky so gray? Officer Marshall, why does it have to be him? What's that? Why does it have to be him look for? You may surmise this is my saloon. We're here to investigate the crime scene. Yeah, that card you got there on your chest is better than a sheriff's badge in these parts. Yeehaw? Well, what are you standing there for? Get along, little doggies. The crime scene's awaiting. Looks like the card reader's on again. While we're here, I was wondering if we could ask you some questions. Sorry, Cabo, but I got no mind to tangle with you hombres. You're busy then? Did I say that? I only said I didn't wish to speak with you. Actually, you said you had no mind to tangle with us hombres. I know what to do. That smell. Ah, reminds me of Texas. So, Officer Marshall, you're from Texas? No, I just saw a special on television the other day. This from my baby? Yeah, Miss Star. What's this? What's wrong? Filet steak lunch. I see. I don't see. I wonder what it means. Alright, Bambina, you win. Finally, it seems like he's willing to talk. The sheriff's back in the Wild West and placed much faith in evidence. But the only thing they trusted was their shooting hand. This is neither Wild nor West here. But these are two different things entirely. I guess so. Huh? I'm lost. We need some evidence to get away anywhere with this guy. What kind of evidence would you... I want to use your computer. Maybe none of these things is what he needs. Let's talk. Mr. Marshall, you're in charge of security for the evidence room, right? You got good eyes, Bonner. It's an easy job and I'm grateful for it. Actually, Officer Meekins at the detention center told us. That poor little doggy. Poor guy, I keep getting his name wrong, calling him Meekly. He told us something. That when the stabbing occurred, you weren't at your station. But maybe I shouldn't be telling you this. But since I got demoted from detective 2 years ago, well, it might not look it, but I lost my fire for the job, you see. So what were you doing around 5:15 when the murder took place? Well, I reckon I was galloping down the highway in the back of my steed Zippy. Now he goes running down the highway on his horse named Zippy. There's no need for people here anyhow. These newfangled machines do a bang-up job of keeping an eye on the place. You mean the security camera system? I don't take to machines much. Kinda like that stewed broccoli that's sinking next to your steak, you know? Miss Star told us something. She said that you were a detective until 2 years ago. It was always my dream to be a rawhide wrangler on the scene of the crime. It's all gone now, like a drinking hole in a prairie fire. You're still investigating the SL9 incident with Miss Star, aren't you? And with my case, it's all solved in the record books, but it smells like a bad game of poker. Can't let it go. That's all there is to it. What kind of case was it anyway? We've heard the name so many times, but no one tells us what actually happened. There are some things you're better off not knowing, Bambina. And where that case is officially dead as of 2 days ago. 2 days ago? The day of our case. That's right. The evidence transfers. Edgeworth was talking about the transfers too. No, maybe 2 of the machines in here do. Only 2 of them? There must be a dozen. Like I said, Bambina, me and machines, well, I like them about as much as I like stewed cauliflower with my steaks. These ones who understand are those here security cameras. Those are the one that Officer Meekins mentioned. Nothing happens, the tapes will automatically erase every few hours. Officer Meekins and Detective Goodman are on one of the tapes? I reckon they might be. You're the security guard and you reckon? One more thing. When you go into the evidence room, you need an ID card. That's the card reader by the door. Card reader leaves a record of every ID that passes through. Five 84281. 5842189. 5842189. Came in at 514. He came in 1 minute before he was killed, or his ID card did. And maybe someone ran it down there and threw it down on the floor. Place him. Hey, I've seen that somewhere before. Sorry, Bambina, I can't show you more than that. Huh? I haven't heard whether this is related to the case yet. Mr. Wright, I saw a number on the record just now. I've seen that number before. Maybe there's some way I can prove that record is tied to the stabbing. Sorry, but could you explain this whole transferal thing is about? You can pull any evidence from solved cases in this room. They kept here under the Poseidon detective's supervision for 2 years. So we can reinvestigate them if it turns out there was a mistake, see? So what happens to the evidence after 2 years? Goes to sleep forever in the underground vault of the county sheriff's office. That's what we call a transferal. We do it every February. I see now. Transfer is like a funeral for old cases. 2 years after a case is solved, it's closed forever. Dead. Never to be reopened again. Never to be reinvestigated. That happened to SL9 2 days ago. Do I have any evidence? Do I have this? See this? This is the victim's ID card. The one that was on the ground in the parking lot. Number on this is 5842189. So Marshall, show us the ID card record again. Look, the 4th number, it's a perfect match. It was used at 514 right before the stabbing. What's more, there's only one of them cards in the world. So when the incident occurred, Detective Goodman was in the evidence room. Wait, what did Officer Meekins say? So I entered the evidence room and I asked the man to display his ID card. So you asked Detective Goodman to show his ID card? What did he do? That's the thing, suddenly he pointed a knife at me. He had his ID card then. Why would he have pointed a knife at Officer Meekins? Alright, compadre, you win. Guess I can give you this ID card record. Got an idea. I should show this list to other people with IDs here. Oh, we can do that with him. That's enough of this guy. Yeah. Bam, bam, bam. Quiet. The investigation must be over here. So this is the evidence room. It really is kind of like a graveyard. Graveyards are supposed to have grass and trees. It feels more like a morgue. Nice try, Mr. Wright. You can't scare me. Hey! What? Sorry, I thought you were a ghost. I wouldn't recommend going around smacking ghosts on the head, pal. So is it true what I heard? Yeah, it's true. Chief of Police Grant. Loan anyone $50, even me. Oh, so that's what you were talking about. So I wasn't put in charge of the investigation for today. Just for today? Boss for a day? But guess what? You got permission from the chief, so now you're boss for a day. Gee, thanks. First of all, you'll want to have this. Look at that. Oh, it's just the layout. So, Detective Gumshoe, your boss for the day? That's right, it's an honor. After all, the murder took place right here in the police department. If you're boss, why are you all alone? Where are your underlings? I'm using yesterday's findings to prepare for tomorrow's trial. In other words, you got kicked out of the investigation again. I am adamant, though. I'm gonna take control and put this case to rest. In my own evidence locker, pal. You have a locker in here too, Detective Gumshoe? Aha, of course. I'm a detective after all. They gave me a locker that only I can open, pal. Only you can open? I'll always believe in Mr. Edgeworth, no matter what happened. So, Mr. Edgeworth is with the inquiry committee right now, right? They're trying to figure out who's responsible for the mess up in court today. I see. Yes, this is what you call a fate. Mr. Edgeworth just can't get away from that case. That case? Yeah, that case. The SL9 incident, of course. That was the beginning of the end for Mr. Edgeworth. Maybe we can get him to tell us more about the case. This place is more high-tech than you might think. Every locker is fixed so that only one detective can open it. Using their ID card? Well, that's the thing, pal. ID cards can be lost. Well, I'm on my third card since entering the force already. That sounds like a lot. Yeah, but even I can't lose my own right hand. Right hand? Oh, you mean your fingerprint? Yeah, exactly, pal. The locker is coated with a fingerprint. The only locker we can open is our own. Funny, they look like normal lockers. These are the latest model. There is a trick to the handles, see? The handles? On the other side of the handles is a sensor, and if the wrong person touches it, zap, you get a shock. That's what happened. My hand wouldn't be black and smoking every day. In case the locks aren't that obvious, there are even some people in the force that don't know how about the fingerprint locks. Let's show you this. I heard the rumors, so it was Goodman who came in here at the time of the murder. Whoa. What is it? That second number. It's not your ID number, is it, Detective Gumshoe? Mr. Edgeworth. Well, what? The second number on this list. As long as it's Mr. Edgeworth. What? Why would Edgeworth have come to the evidence room? He's always in here, man. He was in, like, way earlier. Jack Gumshoe's note and that switchblade knife. I bet Edgeworth was the most surprised of anyone. Is that because of the SL9 incident connection? That was Mr. Edgeworth's first big case, you know, 2 years ago. It was the first time the world knew Edgeworth was a man to be feared. But why would evidence from that case turn up now? I guess it's not over, pal. Maybe there are some loose ends left on that case. Wait, I didn't mean it. I mean, sure, of course, someone else really did it. Someone must have a grudge against Mr. Edgeworth. Hey, that's it. That's King of a Prosecutor award that Miss Edgeworth got the other day. Were you at the award ceremony, Detective Gumshoe? Of course, pal. I got an award for diligence by myself. Ah, congratulations. I was wondering, why is there award a shield? And why is it broken? Ah, there's a reason. I'll tell you what it is later. Apparently he's forgotten. Okay, let's examine. Something's sticking out of here. Looks like a shirt. I guess it must be evidence from some case. I wonder if Detective Gumshoe put this here. There you go, pal. Make me out to be some kind of slob. Not responsible for the evidence here. That said, bet that evidence locker was opened recently. How do you know? If you leave the things hanging out like that, the evidence gets dirty or ripped. The guard checks on that kind of stuff and notifies the detective responsible. How many times have I had been breathing down my neck about some silly evidence? Sounds like Detective Gumshoe leaves evidence hanging out a lot too. But he doesn't tuck in his shirt under the trench coat either. You gotta talk behind someone's back. Don't do it right in front of them, pal. Wow, look at this big pile of junk in the corner. It looks like a car door. There's a pair of handcuffs attached to the frame. Maybe the guy they caught was some sort of escape artist and he got away. Hey, that's one of those human profiles for range testing. The shot square in the forehead. And a hand the nose. I know what to do. Just spray everything. Ah! Why is the blood right? Why is it? Why am I getting a reaction here? There's no reason for the murderer to touch the spot if he fled out the door. This might be something significant. Hey, that's some pretty amazing stuff you got there, pal. What this? It's called luminol testing fluid. Where'd you get your hands on that? Huh? I'd like to get some too. I'll just borrow 50 bucks from the chief. Where did you get this, Emma? I always buy it by mail order. Well, I'd better jot this down on the floor plans. Oh, is there the handprint there? Oh, there's a lot of blood right there. Knew it. This is someone's right handprint. What? What's the matter, detective? This locker. It's mine. It's yours? Please. You have to help me. When they come to take me away, promise you'll testify that I wouldn't hurt a fly. You'll do that for me, won't you, pals? It's an important clue. I'll jot it down on the floor plans. I'm counting on you guys. Believe me, you can't trust the police. You can't say that, dude. What? But you're a detective. Good morning, Upi. Welcome to the daytime. We're in episode 5. That must have been one massive pool of blood. Never seen anything like it. I'm not a professional. What's your opinion, detective? Pale blue blood. Maybe Detective Goodman was actually an alien? This proves that something really happened in front of this locker. I'll make a note of it on the floor plans. Hey, you didn't want my opinion. You shouldn't have asked. What happened so far this stream? The chief of police gave us like more information about the case, and it turns out that this guy supposedly died in this evidence room before, at the same time he died in the car garage, which doesn't make any sense. Most likely someone was impersonating him here, I guess, because he can't die here and there at the same time. He probably never died here, but just got his blood everywhere uselessly, you know? What is this saw and a paint doing here? In the dawn of time, true art has always been a war against oppression. True art? I noticed that there's blue and yellow paint here. Ha! We're witnessing the birthplace of the Blue Badger. Well, you might say this is my studio. Here? In the evidence room? Yeah, not a lot has happened this stream. Really just like wander around for 3 hours. This place is stuffed with evidence, stuffed with dreams. Not sure about the dreams? It won't open! Did you really think it would? Hey palace, security is high-tech around here. I wanna go in there. Look, this one's open, and the red indicator light above the door is lit. A locker is coated with Detective Goodman's fingerprint. Detective Goodman's locker? Are you sure it's okay to leave it open like that? Well, it'd be hard to get it open again if we closed it. It's empty. They must have taken the contents elsewhere. Someone left a glove here, but only one. Detective Gumshoe, maybe? There you go, pal. Make me out to be some kind of absent-minded detective. Well, it's from SL9. It's evidence from the case, you know? You mean SL9? It does have a tag on it. Doesn't seem useful. Watch it be, like, super critical somehow, though. Wow, someone must have broken something big to make all these pieces. Detective Gumshoe, perhaps? There you go, pal. Make me out to be some kind of a hooligan. It's apparently from the case. Case. Yeah, we already went over this. Wanna try to put it back together? Ah, good luck, pal. That's no job for amateurs. Why, I spent a good 3 hours on that before I'd given up. That's why I always carry around a tube of glue. Well, this piece looks like the bottom. Let's try putting the rest in place. Oh, no. What is this? Oops. Huh? Oh, we can rotate it? Huh. Should be like that. Is it okay for a defense attorney to apply glue to a bunch of pieces of evidence? No. But who's gonna stop me, right? What am I looking at? Can I apply this? Oh, I can't. It almost looks like it could fit, though. Can I rotate this more? I don't like this angle or whatever. Look. This is the closest one. Everything else doesn't fit. Oh, we're getting it. This world is just like everything's a crime. We never do anything legal. Like, we complain that like the prosecutors are always criminal, and yet we do the same things. I mean, I guess we're not tampering technically. Oops, wrong one. But it sure feels like we are. Put the rotator first. What is this weird pottery? I'm out of pieces. Ah! Well, I think we did it, but some of the pieces are missing. Yeah, I got that far too, I got that far too. Yeah. Got that far too, and 2 minutes myself. The problem is finishing it. Were some pieces stolen? I bet they were missing to begin with. Still. Doesn't look like the most stable kind of jar. I don't understand how it got broken. Someone got hit over the head with it. Probably. I don't think there's anything else to look at. No, that was a bloody violent case. Violent, so it was a murder. A serial killing. A serial killing. Maybe I don't want to get involved in this after all. But the killer made a mistake and Mr. Edgeworth built his case on that to nab him. And this was 2 years ago? That put Mr. Edgeworth right in the spotlight and started the rumor mill. Rumors about forged evidence? It was supposed to be all cleaned up with the transferal the other day. It was the last job he ever did. Detective Goodman, that is. Huh? What do you mean? Detective Goodman was the detective in charge of the SL9 incident. See? So that switchblade knife. The victim took the knife out of the evidence locker himself. Hey pal, look at the time. Was this something you needed to be going to? So Mr. Edgeworth's inquiry committee should be letting out soon. I want to give them my report for the day. That's a restaurant menu. It might help, you know. Report? You mean the note written on the back of that flyer? Is Gumshoe a savant? In 2 minutes he was able to map in his head that there's a peacemith thing without actually gluing it together? Yeah. They play him up like he's some like big dummy, but he's actually like very smart. The one that says nothing but no problems? Hey, it's Mr. Edgeworth we're talking about. I'm sure I can use a report like this. I believe in him. Who needs enemies when you got friends like Detective Gumshoe? I'm a pal later. I should probably see what Edgeworth has to say too. Good idea. I still want to use the cameras. There's 8 cameras in the evidence room and all. 1 for each section. Which monitor shows the section where the crime took place? Why do cattle sit before the rains come? Not for man to know. Unless you're the security guard responsible. I wish we could see that. That would be critical information for us. Critical, Marshall. Critical. Oh, he's still here. Huh? There we go. Here we are. Ah! Oh my gosh, he's here? Ah, I guess. My apologies. Oh, it's you. Have we met somewhere? Huh? Mr. Edgeworth, I beg your leave. So long. Is Edgeworth here? They're standing by the window, a teacup in his hand. Oh, he's so edgy. Right. He has the hotel bring him tea service? Mr. Edgeworth, you're back from the district prosecutor's office inquiry? I am. By the way, Detective Gumshoe was looking for you. Yes, he brought me the latest information, it seems. Really? Was it helpful? Apparently, a new French restaurant is opening near here. I think he was trying to console me somehow. That flyer did not look French at all. The real info's on the other side, Edgeworth. Poor Mr. Edgeworth, I think this whole thing is really taking a toll on him. I wanna look at that evidence you got. Can we look at this? Looks weird. Nothing. Nothing. Blood. Hey buddy, how's it going? How did the inquiry committee go? Actually, they decided to treat this not as a case of concealing evidence, but as a communications error during the investigation. Concealing evidence? Yes, apparently there are some who believe that are concealed evidence. They gave me a warning. You were lucky this time. Again? Again? I've heard them say that so many times. Ever since that case 2 years ago. Are you okay for the trial tomorrow? Well, I'm still the presiding prosecuting attorney, however. Something happened? They gave control of the investigation over to the police department. The police department? Yes, any further investigation for this case be directed by the chief of police Gaunt. He can do nothing but wait for his results. I see. Why? I ask you why. All along I've done only what I believe is right. I have nothing to be ashamed of. But still, I have never seen him this out of sorts. It's like, let's talk about the trial. What do you think about this? The best evidence. This one. Alright, I better check this now. As I was saying, Oh! What's this? A record of ID card usage. Hi, Dorothy, you went into the evidence room that day, didn't you? Just before the incident occurred, no less. Yes, that's true. Why, Mr. Edgeworth? Please don't look at me like that. I was asked to go. By Chief Gaunt, no less. The Chief of Police? He wanted evidence for a case that wrapped up half a year ago. He wanted me to keep it here in the prosecutor's office. But it was solved, right? It would have to be if evidence was already filed. The chief is never one to explain himself. In any case, on the day of the stabbings, I brought this back here. Can I ask what kind of case it was? I can't say. It really has nothing to do with the current case. Now I'm curious about this other case. I'd better make a note of it. Stubborn as always, I told you this has nothing to do with the current case. What else do I want to ask you about this knife? Does it do with that case you were on, the SL9 incident? And some dark suspicion you were wrapped up in? You are the man who revived the worst memory of my life. I figured I'd be telling you about this sooner or later. Because we're besties! You must be talking about his father's murder in that elevator. Okay, Edgeworth, why don't you tell me about it? Tell me the truth. The SL9 incident was a heinous serial killing case. The head of the investigation was the deputy chief of police at the time, Damon Gaunt. That wacky old coup was involved in the case 2 years ago too then. He was the top officer and it was my first time working with him. I was nervous. Wow, you get nervous too, Mr. Edgeworth? What I want to know is why was the deputy chief of police on the investigation? In truth, I use a slightly more extreme methods than normal. We're dealing with a vicious murderer. If I let him go, the blood would be on my hands. We want a guilty verdict and the killer was executed. Well, you didn't. Of course not. I didn't touch the evidence. Yes, I will do anything in my power to win a trial. However, I do have a code and I follow it faithfully. By the way, Emma, the chief prosecutor, wanted to know something. My sister? What? You were still studying forensic science. Yeah, of course. Why, just today, Mr. Wright and I were using this. Luminal testing fluid, Well then, you might have use for this. Aluminum powder for taking fingerprints? It's been chemically treated for better adhesion. For me? Are you sure? Oh, we are the enemy, you know. I have no say in today's investigation. Do as you will. Edgeworth, I'm really... No need to thank me. Here, take your powder and these fingerprint files for everyone involved. Thanks. How about giving these to Detective Gumshoe as well? Well, let's get going. One last investigation. Right. Do you remember seeing a suspicious handprint somewhere? Sweet. See ya, buddy. My bestie. Edgy. Bum bum ba da da dun 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 bum ba da da da. Oh, where'd everyone go? Our investigation turned up a suspicious handprint. And this blood on the detective's evidence locker. Let's use the secret weapon we just borrowed. Right, let's get started. First, choose a finger. A finger? Each finger leaves behind a slightly different fingerprint. So let's choose the finger that will have left behind the clearest print. I really can't tell a difference at a glance. Quit procrastinating and choose a finger. Yeah, it's obviously the thumb. Okay, moving on. Okay, now it's time to check for prints. Let me show you how it's done. Emma's starting to get that sparkle in her eyes. First, we sprinkle the aluminum powder around. Huh? How do you do that? With A, see? It looks like that did the trick. The aluminum powder adheres completely to the print. Once the powder is well spread, just blow away the excess. Huh? How do I do that? With Y, exciting, I know. Imagine you're blowing out the candles on a birthday cake. Beep. Wow, that looks like fun. Might take some getting used to though. It's fine, it won't go up your nose or anything. It's just aluminum powder anyways. What, you can't breathe in metal? Haha. You just pour the powder on thick and blow away the extra. Those are the basics of fingerprinting, Mr. Wright. Is this true? I guess I better give it a try. I'm laying it on thick and... I was thinking actually, Opie, that this was a DS. Perfect time to blow on the screen. Oh, you did it! You found one! But this looks like nothing like a fingerprint. Now that you mention it, I guess it doesn't. What does it mean? I think it means we're out of luck. Out of luck? The person who left this handprint must have worn gloves. Don't tell me we've been wasting our time here. Hey, calm down. That's just the way it goes sometimes with scientific investigations. But it does seem a shame. Well, we're at it. Why don't we look for other prints? Other prints? Looking at the locker door again closely. It seems like there are fingerprints outside the bloody handprint as well. Let's see if we can get a clear print. Okay. Fingerprints outside the blood. I remember when I had a DS, I hated the mini games where you had to blow on the screen because it was like very inconsistent. I think like Mario Party. Oh my gosh. There might have been something in like those Zelda games, Spirit Tracks maybe, or the one for the boat. Oh, that was easy. Yay, your print's so clear, it's dazzling. Dazzling? Anyway, this print took a lot of effort to find. Let's match it up right away. We're not done yet? This is quite a process. Well, there's no point in finding a print and not knowing who the owner is, right? I guess she's right. Look at the fingerprint data we got from Mr. Edgeworth and point out the person you think left these prints. Huh? How am I supposed to know who it was? I can make a pretty good guess. Bloody handprint and the fingerprints are in different places, right? That means that the prints probably don't have anything to do with our case. Whose fingerprints would we most likely find on this evidence locker? This is a bit similar. It's wrong. Oh, it's this one. Wait, easy. Aha! These prints belong to Detective Gumshoe. Something wrong, Mr. Wright? You gave me this so what look. I guess that's probably because I was thinking so what. Okay, so you came up with nothing this time, but it's always next time. Sometimes you hit, sometimes you miss. Gotta roll with the punches, Mr. Wright. Thanks for the sympathy. Wait, if I remember correctly, was one other handprint in this room. Let's check it out. Yeah. Feels like right here. This is where we got a luminal fluid reaction, right? No, wait. Gumshoe's not a killer. He couldn't hurt a butterfly if he tried, okay? He's a very nice man. And a little bit bumbling, okay? Okay? Right, there was a fingerprint here. Okay, want to try using this? There go her eyes sparkling again. Okay, let's check for prints. That's the spirit. Oh, but I have to warn you about something first. What? The area with the blood was wiped away, right? You only ended up finding it using chemical means. Any prints in that area will have been wiped away too. Oh, right. That means no prints. Would you say the probability of a hypothesis is high? Don't ask me. Anyway, we must try to find prints that weren't wiped away. Prints other than the ones left by the bloody hands. What? Is there another fingerprint here? What? Given that this was written after the second and third game, it would be kind of crazy if they retroactively wrote Gumshoe to be a killer at the end of the first game. Dude. That would have been crazy. He's such a nice little guy. He doesn't have it in his body. I bet whoever wrote him tried to make him the goodest guy they could. I gave it my best shot. That kind of result won't be any good for matching prints, will it? But it doesn't look like we'll get a clear result from this. Okay, let's try a different finger then. This is ridiculous. How much dust do you want on this? Oh my gosh, how much stinking dust do you want on this hand? Oh, looks kind of similar. Oh, no, it's this guy. Was he pretending to be Goodman? Hey, these fingerprints, Whose are they? Whose? Is it someone I know? It's Officer Marshall. Huh? Officer Jake Marshall? That's gotta be a coincidence. He's not involved in the crime. This is decidedly different from Detective Gumshoe's print. Luminal reaction. The blood and the fingerprints are in the same place. Oh! So we have Jake Marshall's fingerprints on a wiped blood stain. But why would Officer Marshall? I know, Opie. It is literally. Oh no, the police. Oh no, the detectives. Oh no. Oh, I dropped it. The investigator. Oh my gosh, they have their stinking fingerprints in the evidence room. How ridiculous. I mean, anyone could have a bloody hand. Whatever. You cut your hand on paper and it starts bleeding out and you're like, snaps, I gotta get back to my desk. Wipe it. Oops, I wiped down the locker. I should clean that. I don't know. Looks like our investigation is finally turning up some results. I guess this is what you'd call decisive evidence. No, it's not, Phoenix. It's not. This is not decisive evidence. I don't believe it. This is not decisive evidence, Phoenix, right? Oh my gosh. This is not decisive at all. Ugh. Well, this is where we're gonna stop for today. So we're right at the 3-hour mark. I was kind of hoping we could finish this today because there's a game I wanted to start next week. But this last trial day is probably gonna take an hour and a half, so we ain't got time for that. Phoenix wrong? So true! So true, he is Phoenix wrong. But he tries his best, and he's a little bit of a timid coward, honestly. But he tries his best to fake confidence. Ugh. No, the game I want to play next week, or start next week, is not Phoenix Wright Justice for All. It's a game I probably haven't discussed at all, ever, with you guys. I don't think I brought it up, at least. Let's just say it's a very on-brand game. For me, probably. But I guess we'll push that back one more week, because I do not know how long the trial is gonna take. The first trial for today took like an hour. The investigation part took like 2 hours, which is crazy. There's just so much to look over and review. Oh my gosh, Hollow Knight 3? Oh my goodness. Should we play the Hollow Knight voice mod? Where it's they voice acted every voice line in Hollow Knight with like actual people making the buggy sounds, pretending to be bugs. That'll be exciting. We could do that. I'm thinking about it. You prefer me voice acting? I can't voice act the diversity of every bug ever in Hollow Knight. That's too many bugs. Just the lady going ba banana. Who says that? Ba-ba. Who says that? What lady? Why do I know exactly the sound bite, but I don't remember who says it? Am I crazy? It's Map Wipe? That's Snaps, I can't remember my name's Corner First Wipe? What is her name? Oh my gosh, am I a fake fan? I can't remember. Oh my goodness, I've lost it. I haven't played in so long. And all the people I watched to play Hollow Knight, they've all moved on to Silksong, and I'm not watching their videos anymore because I'm like, I wanna 100% the game before, or at least almost 100% the game before, oh yeah, Zelda. Yeah, I want, before watching all the streams, but now I'm like so behind. That's like, that game came out in September. I am a big old, no! I've been playing Hades 2 instead. And let's just say it's fun. I got all the achievements, but I didn't get all full hearts with everybody. So did I really 100% it? I'm done. No, I'm gonna play one more time and then I'm done with that game. Hades 2 hasn't hooked you? Why? Did you like Hades 1? I feel like Hades 2 made the game very there's just so much. There's so much in the second one, you know? The bigger game. Oh dude, getting crushed by RNG though. You love Hades 1? Yeah, Hades 1 was good. It's a really different vibe though. Do you not like having a mission? Do you like instead having like a smaller motivation of I want to see my mom kind of thing? Is that like more exciting to you? Like for the thing that's propels you forward? You only played 4 hours and you're like, I want to quit? Oh, crazy. No Hades 2 spoilers, Gyro just started. Oh wait, I guess you couldn't spoil the game because you only played 4 hours. Never mind. Continue. Hello, Gyro. We're just wrapping up the end. You want to see your mom is pretty good? You just feel like writing isn't as compelling? The writing isn't as compelling. I don't want to comment on this because it's a spoiler. Everything's a spoiler. I do have some thoughts about that though. Yo, no, it's a spoiler. Serious. Yo, if this game had come out like more than a year ago, I'd feel like now we're good. But it came out like also in September, so I'm like, it hasn't been a year yet. You're hoping it'd be more into it? Yeah, I thought. I think mechanics-wise, though, it's still like good. Like the mechanics are still like not the same as before, but like building on the same. Maybe you haven't met the right character. Maybe the character you'll meet in the next run will be your favorite. Ooh. Oh no, the delay! Let me look at my things. Wait, that's not my fault. Wait, it's not my fault there's a delay. I think there's like a 2 or 4 second delay built in. No. Yes. For the chat mechanic, it's 2 seconds or 4 seconds. You might be like, why is there such a delay? I don't remember. Oh, the characters are bangers in Hades. Which Hades 1? Who is your favorite character? Hades 1, my favorite, for example, I like Thanatos. The moment I met him, I was like, oh my gosh, take this nectar. Oh my gosh, you like Dusa? She is cute. You know what? I do not like Dura in the Hades 2. She's like one of the first characters you meet. I just like skip through all her dialogue. And I feel bad about it, but I'm like, I don't know why I don't like you. I just want to move on so I can talk to the other characters. Which interestingly, the two like house characters have very similar names from 1 and 2. Dusa and Dura. Wait, yeah. Your delay is more than 4 seconds? Maybe we should unstream then. So there'll be no more delay. Let me see if anyone's drawing right now. Like you guys to not stream. So you can partay. Until next week when we potentially solve this case. We will solve the case. It's just how long. Oops. Let's see, let's go to the art category. Dude, by the end of like these heavy voice acting games, my voice is kind of chopped. Who do I think the killer is? Well, right now there's some evidence that it could be Marshall. It seems like Marshall, Bento Lady, excuse me, the Cough Up Queen, and probably Goodman as well. We're all working on uncovering something from the SL9 case. Right? Somebody doesn't want that revealed. I'm wondering if Marshall double-crossed them to pull evidence out from Goodman's locker. And the one pulling the strings is the chief of police. I'm just throwing it out there. It could be someone else. But he has a lot of power here. And perhaps he offered Marshall, who's very unhappy with his current position, opportunity to promotion or back to investigation department if he betrays this like rogue group that's been trying to uncover the SL9 thing. The only question is, why would they kill Goodman? Goodman, I know there's a lot of blood there. But maybe Goodman wasn't the one that was stabbed. Or that bled out. Maybe that's just the little guy's hand. Maybe Goodman was really a madman? Yeah, maybe. What's confusing to me is why Goodman's shoe was bloody. I don't think Goodman was there, but his shoe was bloodied. And then his shoe was at the other crime scene 30 minutes away. It doesn't make sense. I was thinking someone was returning to be him. But honestly, that's pretty far-fetched. And also, this game is far-fetched. So you gotta be kind of crazy when you think about theories. Dude, the chief of police wouldn't have had him kill Goodman, right? But why would Skyla take the fall? Or why would Lana take the fall for this? Because she wants to protect somebody. But who is she protecting? Is she getting blackmailed? Is her sister in danger? Who has the power here? It is the chief of police. I think he's very suspicious. But he's also a nice old man, but I think he's suspicious. I don't know, B. I'm going back to the very beginning to answer your question. I don't know the answer. Chief of police is suspicious. Opie. Larry isn't in this episode. You gotta let him go. He probably has a girlfriend that's like going to France. Like right now. Like, he doesn't need this on his plate. Yeah. Let's see what artists are drawing at this time. You had a question? Yeah, sure. I'm gonna make you schedule things though, is what I'll do, Gyro. Force you to labor. If this was written today, Larry would have a girlfriend who's a Twitch streamer and he keeps donating an unreasonable amount of bits to her and never seeing her IRL. Oh, that's kind of sad. At least he actually sees his girlfriends now. That's sad. Okay, I picked somebody. Okay, I hope you're ready to schedule things, Gyro, right after this. I like... Plan. Always planning. Yeah, I hope you guys had fun. Man, why do these little girls keep following Phoenix Wright around and like trying to get him to like be their mentor in life? Like, he's a rookie defense attorney with like, yeah, he's undefeated, but he's had like he's had 4 trials now, and he's like, he does not need an apprentice at this time. These girls are crazy. Oh my gosh. Anyways, I'll be back next week. We're gonna finish this case. And then, I guess, depending on how much time we have left, maybe we'll do art. I don't know. The week after that, ooh, the mystery game that you guys don't know what it is, that's the week after next week. Ooh, yeah. Get ready for the soupy game that you don't know what it is. Ooh, mysteries. Get enticed. Okay, I'll see you guys later. Have a good evening or good morning. Look at art. Goodbye. Oh wait. 1, 4, 3, 2. Goodbye.